Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. A second South Dakota prison inmate has died in as many days while behind bars in Sioux Falls. The Department of Corrections says 21-year-old Ray Jackson died Friday from an apparent suicide. Jackson was serving sentences for rape and possession of a controlled substance out of Yankton County. His death comes one day after 37-year-old Larry Franklin died at the Jamison prison on Thursday. His death remains under investigation. The snow has finally moved out, and the cleanup is hitting high gear across KELOLAND following the season's first blast of wintry weather. Several communities have issued snow alerts, including Sioux Falls. After focusing on emergency routes throughout much of Saturday, snow plows moved into residential areas early this morning. Any vehicles parked along streets could be ticketed and towed. The Sioux Falls police call log listed more than 36 of these so-called snowbirds being ticketed since last night. Snow pickup will take place downtown on Tuesday. That means there will be no parking allowed downtown from 1 to 6 o'clock Tuesday morning. Conditions were not any better in the country. This is what drivers faced on roads in rural Lincoln County on Saturday. The snow and wind limited visibility for drivers. Law enforcement is urging drivers to slow down on the snow-covered roads, don't use your cruise control, allow for extra braking distance, and wear your seatbelts. Today will be another busy travel day as families return home from their Thanksgiving destinations. And people wanting to fly will want to check ahead to see if their flights are still a go. The Sioux Falls Regional Airport website is reporting multiple delays and cancellations today for both incoming and outbound flights. Yesterday's snowfall didn't keep shoppers from getting in on deals during Small Business Saturday. The Spice and Tea Exchange in downtown Sioux Falls welcomed a steady flow of customers throughout the day. Store owners say this day is usually the busiest one of the year for small businesses, and their customers are eager to support them.
It's really good for the town just to have our own businesses instead of just giving all our money to big chains that are going to go spend the money somewhere else, where we can have stuff here that's building from the ground up.
The Spice and Tea Exchange offered a free and warm cup of tea to shoppers who came in from the cold. Let's take our first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Brian Karstens in the Storm Center. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Perry. Good morning, everybody. Well, after that fresh coating of snow, looks like chilly temperatures today. The winds, though, are actually beginning to subside a little bit, so that's helpful. A lot of mid to upper teens this afternoon. Mitchell to Sioux Falls. Rapid City trying to rebound to 19 degrees with a southeast wind at 15 to 25. Coming up, we're going to look at the snow totals from this system, plus a look ahead to some more cold air that's going to arrive this week. Perry, that's coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thank you very much, Brian. The Red Kettles and Bell Ringers are out this season and hoping to raise more than $300,000 for the local Salvation Army. But as more people go cashless, the organization is evolving to fit that need.
It's right on the buckets, actually, and they can just tap their phone and give, and there's a QR code on there that'll send them right to where they need to go.
You can give to the Salvation Army anytime between now and Christmas Eve. Alcove in the Steel District in downtown Sioux Falls is hosting Museum Store Sunday. The business will be offering discounts from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. with every purchase supporting the educational and entertainment missions of the Washington Pavilion. There will also be a live art demonstration plus complimentary do-it-yourself painting kits to take home while supplies last. Holiday shoppers at Lewis Drug in Sioux Falls can check out live reindeer. They'll be on display at the 26th and Sycamore store from 9 a.m. to noon. Then they'll greet shoppers at the 32nd and Ellis Road, Lewis, from 2 to 5. The Santa train is making a stop in Laverne, Minnesota. The holiday fun starts at 2 p.m. with a free showing of the movie The Polar Express at the historic Palace Theater. Enjoy a holiday stroll on Main Street from 4 to 8 p.m. Santa and Mrs. Claus arrive on board the Ellis and Eastern Railroad at the Omaha Depot at 4:30 and then pose for pictures at the Palace Theater from 5 to 6:30. The Sioux Falls Skyforce play the Grand Rapids Gold in NBA G League basketball action at the Sanford Pentagon. Tip-off is at 7:05. And enjoy a doubleheader of pro football action here on KELOLAND TV. CBS Sports coverage begins at 11 a.m. Central Time with the NFL Today. Then the San Francisco 49ers take on the Cleveland Browns at noon, followed by the Buffalo Bills at the Pittsburgh Steelers at 3:25. Brian?
All right, one last look at the weather, and you can see this system here producing Some decent amounts of snow. We had a little over 8 inches of accumulation in Aberdeen. Also, a little bit more than 7 inches reported just to the west of Aberdeen, out west of Ipswich. And then also some 5-inch reports southwest and south central South Dakota. A little more than that west of Chamberlain, closer to 5 near Valentine, Nebraska. About 4.5 out near Tyndall. Yankton, Vermilion East is where it picked up, and into northwest Iowa, several locations of 6 to 10 inches. Sioux Falls, 5 to 7 was kind of the range, and then a little bit more than 4 inches around Watertown. So again, you can look at this map and more details online at kettleland.com. I do expect that today things are settling down, but tomorrow there will be some snow tracking to our south. Just a little bit of this here in the forecast across Iowa again, and it looks like the majority of that will stay out of our coverage area, but maybe some flurries just a little south of Sioux Falls, something there to watch. It's been a really cold start to this Sunday in western South Dakota. We've had a lot of sub-zero weather, but we're going to recover today back to the upper teens to near 20 in Rapid City with that southeast wind. Sioux Falls kind of holds steady. We're just not moving a whole lot here. Upper teens late in the afternoon. I do think we're going to cool off tonight. A lot of single digits here by midnight in Sioux Falls, but then the temperature might actually start to rise after midnight. South winds will begin to pick up just a little bit here. And tomorrow we'll work on these temperatures a little bit better. I'm hoping we'll get back at least in the low 20s in Sioux Falls. Rapid City probably at least mid to upper 30s. And even warmer weather trying to come in on Tuesday. West River, we're going to have a mixed bag of 30s and 40s, but you'll also notice there's just a little hint of some precipitation. Not anything drastic, not any major push of precipitation, but whatever does flare up on radar could be a little bit of a light wintry mix late Tuesday into early Wednesday, because we've got an Arctic cold front that's going to come in and slides in from the north. That's going to set us up probably on Wednesday with early morning highs right around 30 in Sioux Falls, and then the numbers will fall as we go throughout the day with a brisk and blustery north wind, and we'll likely end up at about 10 below zero for a forecast low on Thursday morning. So that would be kind of the biggest thing of the week to watch, is that cold front there midweek. Temperatures today, a lot of those mid to upper teens out there with that southeast wind. Again, as noted, we're going to try to warm things a little bit headed into early Wednesday. Then the cold front slides through, so that's going to set us back on Thursday. Friday and Saturday, a clipper system, at least one moving in, an opportunity to warm up, but we might pick up some snowfall depending on where that tracks out of the northwest. Not a huge storm, but it is probably going to be a wind maker by either Saturday or Sunday. So keep watching for that in the long-term picture. Aberdeen in the northeast, a cold start to the week. Again, the coldest weather will be Thursday morning at 11 below zero. And then likewise, you'll try to warm up a little bit better by the end of the week. Here also, on average, your temperatures are a little bit better, mid-30s on Tuesday, and then we'll slide, of course, with everybody sliding on Wednesday. And then by the end of the week, we're back to the upper 30s, and I do expect Rapid City more days in the 40s. 41 on Tuesday. We'll slide Wednesday, but then we'll come right back up here toward Friday and Saturday. That's a look at your weather. More details online at kettleland.com.